Hi, this is Kai Jacobson here. Welcome to the next edition of the Try Good Water newsletter. Today I want to talk about the basic core element of our business. All the different styles that we've been talking about, building your business, going to events and doing more market and doing trade shows, all different types of things, all dovetail and funnel into the same kind of core business structure. And what that is having conversations with new people every day. It's really that simple. Basically, what we recommend is if you want a part-time business, you should have 1 to 2 new conversations every day for the next year, even preferably 2 years. And what a part-time business to me is $200 to $500 extra money every month, maybe even more, maybe $1,000 if you do this very fully. And if you're having 1 to 2 new conversations every day with people, and you can do it on the telephone, and you can do it in person, belly to belly, or you can even do it on the internet and doing emails on some of these social networking sites. But I do recommend that you really do work with this belly to belly or on the phone. That is the best way to create connection. You will have a great part-time business. If you want a full-time business, which is a full-time living, which to me is anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000, even up to $10,000 and even more per month, you want to be having a minimum of 5 conversations, if not 10 a day. And if you're doing this as a full-time business, that's not that hard to do. Now you want to spend a big chunk of your day following up with ones from the days before, and you want to follow up with people until you find out, that they've watched the video and they're a 7 level of interest, or they've come to an event or one of the demonstrations, or they've tried water for a period of time. You always want to be following up, but every day you want that new blood coming in. And if you do this, you're going to have a great business. You don't have to go to college for the next 4 years or become a doctor. You can make as much money as a doctor in this business. There are people making great livelihoods from this by just doing this core piece, having new conversations about our product and about the business opportunity every day. What I find invariably is when people tell me that their business isn't growing, they're not doing this. I'll ask them, how many new people did you talk today? And every time, they'll say, well, I didn't talk to anyone today. And I'll say, how many people did you talk to yesterday? And they'll say, I didn't talk to anyone yesterday. And I'll say, how about for the last week? Well, not anyone, but I went over to the website and I watched a bunch of videos and I saw some bunch of your trainings. I went to a couple of the workshops and demonstrations on the water and everything. But guess what? We don't get paid for any of that. We get paid because we expose new people to this. It's such a simple business, and the water does sell itself. It's an incredible product. You do have to have a product you really believe in, but if you really believe in this water, which I do, and you share that business opportunity and product benefits with people, and the better quality people you talk to, the better and quicker it's going to go, you will have a great business if you do this consistently for a year. Get a spiral notebook, and you want to definitely date it every day, and sometimes you'll have 2 or 3 pages, and keep putting all what's happened for that day on as many pages as you need, and get a few spiral books, and then you have something to refer back to, and you can really track it. And if you really do this simple thing of talking to new people, you are going to have a great business. It's that simple. Now, when someone calls me up with a 3-way, like I have lots of distributors now, and when they call me up with a 3-way, and I get to speak to a new person, because that's what you want to do. When someone's a 7 level of interest, you want to get them on with your upline. Guess what? That's a new conversation for me. I didn't have to go out kind of knocking on doors. I can sit back now once I've got a team and have a lot of new conversations every day. Let's say I get on a conference call. We do one every week. And 7 new people are on there because people brought them to the conference call. I'm having 7 new conversations, and I'm actually leveraging myself and having these new conversations that day without having done anything myself other than built up that level of posture in my business. You can't do that ahead of itself. In the beginning, you got to go knock on a lot of doors, but once you have a team, you can start having them bringing you new people, and those are new conversations for you, and you start leveraging. If you do this really consistently for 1 to 2 years, you're going to have a great business, either part-time or full-time. It's really that simple. Now, I wore my Aloha shirt today because it's sometimes nice to wear more outward clothes. I tend to be a shy person, but put on some clothing and that makes you feel happy and more outward, and go out and talk to people. My partner, Randy, loves to do it person to person. He goes skiing and he carries a lot of water in his backpack, and he pours a lot of water for people and talks to them. He goes to dinner at a restaurant, he's pouring water for the waitress. He's even asking to bring out the manager. Wherever he goes, he shares this water. He's at a bar, he's sharing water. He just signed up a bar recently, and they're doing great with this water. You wouldn't think it fits in a bar, but it does. I like to do it over the phone. I live on an island over here in Hawaii, and I call a lot of businesses on the phone. And now I have a pretty good team, and I do a lot of three-ways. But if you do this consistently, and you every day have 5 to 10 new conversations, you're going to have a great business in a year. And if you talk to 1 to 2 new people a day, you're going to have a great part-time business in a year. It's really that simple. If you do that, you absolutely will succeed. That's what it all comes down to. Thanks for coming. Take care.